Alright guys, so here's the deal, and I hope you can hear me over the road noise. I'm not sure about the mic, but anyways. So the original plan was for me to drive out to the 4-notch loop in the Sam Houston National Forest, and I was to camp out, but those plans didn't go through, so I'm leaving early in the morning. What happened basically was I made a rookie mistake, packed up the car, everything, got all my gear going. I was going to have a good overnight, leave from work, head out there, set up camp, do my thing and everything, but I forgot the most critical thing that I needed, and that was fuel for my cook stove to cook my breakfast. So I got a little deflated. I could have gone to a Walmart or Academy and bought one, but there wasn't one anywhere nearby. It would have taken me longer to get there. I would have got there after dark, and it just would have been a big mess. And so I got a little deflated, pouted a little bit, and went home. Slept through the night, woke up early in the morning, about 5 o'clock, and decided, you know what, I'm just going to come out here and make it, because this is my redemption. I need to find this hidden lake. So we're heading out there right now. We're heading to the Sam Houston National Forest, to the 4-notch loop, which is off of trailhead number 8 if you're looking at the Lone Star hiking trails. And we're going to find this lake, so stay tuned for this episode of the Texan Camper. Guys, well, I have gotten to the 4-notch parking lot trailer, trail park number 8. Trailhead number 8 is what they call it, parking lot number 8. I'll leave some coordinates down in the description box where I'm at exactly. But yeah, if I had came out here last night, I would have found a pretty sweet little camping spot. Let me turn the camera on and show you what I found out here. Now, I came into what's called a hunter's camp. Basically, that means that this area hunting is allowed out here seasonally. This is probably where hunters camp out at before they go out on a hunt. But anyways, it's very primitive. There's no running water, electricity. But like I was saying, if I had came out here, I would have found this spot. So let me give you a little 360 here of what I have found. See, as I pulled into the parking lot, I've come across this really nice dispersed camping area. Plenty of spots for your hammocks. You can camp here. No permit needed. Let's get a closer look. You can see over here in the corner somebody had made a fire pit. Now, there's not a lot of deadfall or burning wood around here, so you may want to bring your own, but you have looks like somebody made a little fire ring there. And then it kind of just opens up out there. You can probably put some hammocks between 2 tree points here. Maybe put your tent over there. There's a nice little spot here. Oh, my brother would love this. Put a hammock between these 2 trees, or maybe put your tent in between there. So this has got a lot of potential. I should have came out here last night, but like I said, it was going to get dark, and didn't really want to hassle with it too much. Doesn't look like anybody's been here recently. Now, there is some trash in the fire pit there, which is not uncommon, but You can see I backed my car up here. There's a whole lot of room here. You can bring like you could set up a massive tent area, cook set. But anyway, so there's this view here. Let me go see if I can find some more stuff for you guys to look at, because if you're interested in coming out here camping or just doing a little hike, you might want to know what it looks like out here. So trying to give everybody a little view of what it looks like is part of the Tim Was Here series. But again, this episode is called Redemption, the Quest for Hidden Lake, and that's what I'm here for, to find the hidden lake, so stay tuned. Now inside of this parking lot is a loop that kind of circles around, and I just came from over there, just kind of came about 50 feet over here, and there's some more dispersed camping areas just over here with some tent pads. And let me kind of walk back in here. The grass is really overgrown, so you can possibly for multiple cars to park here, kind of like a little makeshift parking lot, but it's all concrete here. Maybe get your RV in here, a camper or something like that. You can back up in here. It looks like this was the driveway where you would probably back your vehicle in here. But you have all this open area here. And just over there, there's another campfire ring. I'll take you over there in just a second. But yeah, the kids would love it out here, especially Jacob. So here's another little spot, really nice out here, very thick. Inside of the Sam Houston National Forest, there's a lot of conifer trees and deciduous trees that grow together out here. So there's a mix, very temperate forest. Look at that massive oak tree right there. Just goes up in all its glory as the sun comes through, rays of sunshine. All right, let's do some more exploring and see if I can show you some more. Let me show you that fire pit area over there. So here's that little fire pit that I showed you. Just behind me was that little makeshift parking lot. There's my car, and I came from way over there just to kind of help keep perspective of where I'm at. There's the fire pit. And I'll pull out my map and I'll show you on my map Rico where I'm at so you guys get a GPS. But you know, you can also put your tents out in here. Like I said, this is dispersed camping. There's no running water, no electricity. It is very remote. No one out here to hear you scream. Pretty cool. All right, let's keep on exploring. Well, it looks like there's a game trail or some type of trail that goes back up in there. I so want to go back there and explore. This kind of goes way back in there. I'm so tempted, but I don't want to. There's so much to explore. If I was to camp out here, come out here like on a Sunday, stay till Monday, but not today. Not today. Now, when you're out here in the forest, you hear a lot of noises. Your senses are extremely heightened. There's nobody out here. Very creepy, very eerie. I definitely don't want to be out here right now. Maybe I do. I don't know. It's nice nonetheless. There's my car. Let me get back to this. Now, I just came from over there. There's that little camp pit that I showed you, the little makeshift parking lot there. If you come back over just a little bit more, another 15-20 feet, there's another area that opens up here, some more dispersed camping. So there's plenty of spots out here that you can choose from, but there's not a lot of deadfall, so there's not a lot of wood to burn. But yeah, very nice. So all right, I wanted to give you guys a quick tour of this area in case you're interested in camping out here. Alright, so we've saw as much as we can see of the Hunter's Camp area. I showed you some good shots. If you're interested in coming to this area for some dispersed camping with the family or just by yourself, it'd be a great spot to come to. We're going to go up the road. I think it's FS 213. I don't know exactly. I think that's it, FS 213. It's just a small little dirt road. We're going to go down there. I think there's some more camp spots down there for more dispersed camping, car camping if you want to call it that. So let's go down there and look and see what we can find. Looks like I found my first one. I'm gonna go ahead and back up into it and give you a little bit of a tour. I don't know how to mark it, but anyways, if you're driving down this road, there's these little openings. If you've seen this previous video, the last time I came out here was in March, which is just before spring, so a lot of the deciduous plant growth had not come in yet, but right now it is completely overgrown. All the deciduous plant life and trees have got all their leaves and everything, so it's very overgrown. You really can't see it. I just kind of saw it. There's a little opening, but I'm going to back my car into it and let's check out this campsite and see what it looks like. Alright, so I backed my car up into this little clearing, this little opening you see here, and it opens up to this. There's a little dispersed camp spot back here. I hope there's there's nobody back here. Looks like another dispersed camping. My brother would love this. Bring his 4x4 back up in here. Park that bad boy right there. He's got himself some dispersed camping. Alright, so let's take a little tour here. Looks like we've got ourselves a tent pad here. Kind of circle back around, another little clearing there for another tent. Looks like somebody has a fire pit out here. It's like the bottom of a barbecue pit. A lot of overgrowth, a lot of the deciduous floor growth is coming in, all these little young saplings. And you've got a little bit of an area back in there. You could probably do some hammocks out here. Maybe do some cutting down these bushes. There's a little arch that somebody made. I don't think this tree is growing naturally. I would almost bet somebody pulled that down to create this arch. Looks like you can put some bedding in there, do a little tent or whatnot. Alright, well this looks pretty cool. Let me just, that little spot right there, that's a spider. Camera's not picking it up. I think the lens is fogging up again. See if I can pick him up now. And make him move. There he goes. Alright, so anyways, 360. Boom, look at that. Okay. Alright, so I've come across another clearing. I don't think anybody's back here. So, Joey, look at this little off-road action here. Bring your vehicle back in here. If you have a small car, it might work. You can see I just pulled into this opening here. Let's go walk back here and see what we see. And looks like you got a trail that goes back off over there. And looks like my lens is fogging up again. Let me clear that up. Much better. Alright, so look at this. Wide open back here. Now this is actually pretty gorgeous. The camera's not picking it up, but the way the light's hitting everything, the way the light's hitting the oak trees, look at this young oak sapling here, coming in through the majestic light of the canopy of the forest. But yeah, just back up in here. Look at those beautiful flowers. Let me get you a close-up here. Alright, so, nobody back in here, but this looks really nice. Big-ass tree stump there. Let's look at these flowers and see what kind they are. Get a nice little close-up. Very nice. I don't know what these are. Beautiful. Alright, so we got some palmetto, dwarf palms in the back there. Very temperate forest climate here in the Sam Houston National Forest. Like I said, it's a mixture of deciduous plant life, tree life, as well as coniferous trees, which are pine trees. Deciduous trees are basically trees that shed their leaves seasonally. Coniferous trees, like pines, spruce, firs, cedars, they don't shed their leaves. They have maintained green all year round, so they're a conifer tree. So that's what this forest consists of. It looks like somebody's got something rigged here. The lens is fogging up again. You guys loving this wonderful camera work? My lens is fogging up. It's very humid right now. Okay, so this is campsite number 4 so far, I think. Yeah. Very nice. So you can bring your vehicle back in here. Like, my brother is going to love this, Joey. You can bring your vehicle back up in here. You have all this spot here. You can probably make a fire in the middle of that tree there. Got a lot of dispersed area back here. This would be perfect for a tent right there. Okay, I've been rambling on too long. We got to get to this trail. Looks like we got some American beautyberry coming into season. If you don't know what American beautyberry is, the berries are edible, but they are very tart. If you eat too many of them, they can be a diuretic. So you want to do it. These aren't very ripe. And the leaves have got chemical properties when rubbed on the skin, serve as a natural mosquito repellent. But yeah, this is an American beautyberry. You can see it there a little bit more. You can see it's unripened. It's not in season. It's not. The berries are just coming in. And there's a little bit more over here. Here's a better example of a more ripened beautyberry. You can see there, see how darker it gets? So there's your little lesson on plant life there. American beautyberry, very popular deciduous plant life here in the Sam Houston National Forest. Alright, so we've come up to number 5 campsite. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, number 5. This one's a little bit smaller. I just pulled in here, and this is a little bit of a smaller camp area, so let me give you a little 360 of this area. We've come down in here. See, I parked over there, and as you come down, it's a little bit narrower. It doesn't open as much, but somebody has been in here. It's been used, you can see. Back in there, it's a little open. Maybe hang a hammock in there would be nice. I don't know if you can get a tent in there. It's a little hilly. A lot of mounds. Somebody left a frying pan and a medicine holder there. Alright, let's walk over here. Yeah, it's a little bit open back there. You can kind of go in between the trees here. There's a mixture of oak trees back in here with some of the conifer pine trees. But somebody had a fire, and then it kind of just goes back in there. There's a spot there for a tent. Alright, well this brings back some memories. If you've watched my previous video, you'll remember there was a big uprooted tree. A lot of roots and stuff. There was no growth. Everything was still from the winter. All the deciduous trees were all bare. But you can't see it. This is all grown in. But if you remember my previous video, I'll leave a link in the description box below. And a time marker, you can go look, just maybe if you're curious, if you like that kind of stuff, kind of going like a little time warp. But there it is. You can't really see it that well, but this is that massive uprooted, I want to say it's an oak tree now. I don't think it was a pine. Let's see if I can get you back in there. This is part of the 4-notch loop trail here, but get back in here and I'll show it to you. Hopefully there's no creatures of terror. Yeah, here it is, see? Everything is completely grown in, just like I thought it would be. Can't see nothing. Extremely dense vegetation. Anyways, and there was a giant magnolia tree back that way, but here's that big tree that we filmed originally. Look at that. Redemption. Alright, let's get back to it. So this is just a smaller one. So far I've counted, I think, 6 good camp spots. You can see it's not too heavily used. All the grass is kind of grown in, so that looks like number 6. Let's see if we can find some more. Alright, so I'm ready to go. I'm going to be taking a hidden trail, off trail, kind of unofficial trail, but it's marked. I'm going to be using my Maparica. Kind of have my car parked just right here at the end of the forest road 213. I'll leave a note so people know what I'm doing out here. Gonna go for a short hike, and what I'm going to be doing, let me show you, is this is my starting point, and I'm going to head down this hidden path. Very overgrown, so I'm not sure what I'm going to get into when I get down there, but there's no excuses this time. I'm going to find this hidden lake and bask in its majesticness, water, its magical waters. Anyways, I want to give a shout out to Sarge, who provided the data or a video. I'll leave a link below. Check out his channel and how he gave me some a video he posted on how to find this place. So it is very overgrown. It wasn't like this when he was out here. So this is a service road. It's locked off, but I'm just kind of parked right here. I'm going to take this path down there, and this is just at the end of FS Forest Service Road 213. So let's get this journey started. Somebody left their canteen on the trail. Hopefully they're not thirsty. It looks rusted out. So far, looks pretty nice out here. Give you a 360 of where I'm at. Much nicer than when I came out here last time. Last time I came out here, it was still the winter time. Wasn't quite spring yet, so didn't have as much as this lush green foliage that we have here. So I think I'm gonna enjoy this hike. There's a lot of shade. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning, and nobody's out here. So like I said, this is redemption. Me finding the hidden lake. Let's hope Sarge's directions were good. Alright, check back here in a second. Alright, let me show y'all what I use as far as an app. I'm using Maparica, and I have a loaded app here. See that blue line? That's where I'm at. So about 500 feet into the trail, that red line, and then it goes down. I'm going to take that red line all the way there to the hidden lake. This map is pretty accurate. So that's where I'm at. Now I use this, is called the Maparica, and all of the Lone Star hiking trails are loadable onto this, so you can use them as a GPS guide. It's super cool. Check it out, it's free. Alright, let's see if we can do this. Alright, so I've come to my first decision I have to make here. I believe Sarge said, looks like there's a post. And this is the state forest. This looks like a private property line. He said you can go through there. There's no gate or anything. He said we don't want to go this way. We want to go that way. So let's take that route there, and it runs along a nice little trail here. So looks like there's the property boundary line on the other side of this fence, but all right, wish me luck. Know what kind of mushroom this is? Well, if Robbie's watching my video and Andrew's watching, hey Andrew, do you know what this is? It looks pretty rotten. Does that look familiar? I don't know what that is. Hopefully somebody in the comment section can tell me what this looks like. A rotten mushroom. It is probably approaching about 90 degrees out here now, but the canopies are keeping me shaded out here, and so you really want to make sure you stay hydrated out here in the forest because it gets really hot. That's some good water. Good water. Alright, let's do a map check. Here we are, doing good. Kind of sneaking around on the private property, but I guess it's a shortcut. That's what Sarge showed me, so taking it that route. We don't have much further to go. It's probably about 2 miles, I'm betting. Maybe less. But there's our map check. Look at this. Isn't that just cool, this Maprika thing? Get yourself this app. It's really cool. Alright, let's go do this. Well, there's the fence post. You can clearly see it here. I've come out of the property area and I'm back in the National Forest now. And I know this because I'm fixing to approach a creek up over here that runs adjacent to the path. See if I can give you a good view of the creek. It comes up. We're going to continue down that way, but just off over here is a nice little creek area. Let's see if I can get you guys a good shot of it. So back in here, wow. Look at this massive oak, which is actually still alive, believe it or not. It looks completely dead. A massive branch right there has fallen off of it. And you got all this debris down here like a storm came through here. But down in here, going off trail a little bit, this is pretty cool. I like doing that. Down in here, it's a large creek. You can see it kind of goes back in there and then back again up over there. Very deep. Looks like it's about 20 feet down, and it is almost a sheer 60-degree angle. Very, very steep. Maybe steeper than that. Anyways, alright, let's get back to the trail. Spider webs are everywhere out here. It is driving me nuts. I have come up to a giant culvert. This is what Sarge showed me in his video. And Sarge says he loves this area because it's constantly changing. Well, let me tell you what, since your video, Sarge, it has constantly changed. There are massive oak saplings growing out here. The leaves are all coming in. I almost didn't even see it. I just saw a path, but the culvert's right there. So, there's a tremendous amount of erosion. I mean, it's almost practically gone. Then you've got it. I mean, the camera's not doing justice. The light is very good in here. And then you've got the path that goes off there. But here's that giant culvert, Sarge. Completely grown in. It's like a tropical forest. I feel like I'm in the movie Predator. Dun-na-na-na-na-na. 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 Alright, anyways. So, there's that metal shack over there. Let me show you on the map exactly where I'm at so you guys can get a pinpoint. Since you're traveling with me, we'll do this together. Alright, get the map to load. There I am. That's where the culvert's at. You can see it right there in the map. So we still got a little ways to go. There's the hidden lake. I'm not sure which way I may go on this red line. I may go up over there. I don't know, maybe I'll go straight. I can't remember what Sarge said, but either way I'm going to get there. So, there she is. Giant culvert. Alright, let's press on. I've watched a lot of documentaries on Bigfoot, and yeah, like most, I'm skeptical, but there's a little bit of part of me that believes. Anyways, I've seen people document what appears to be mangled trees or whatnot, but this is a young pine tree that's just growing in an arch. It's not dead, the leaves are still green, but it's just growing in an arch, and I don't know how it did this, but is it possible that there's a Bigfoot out here doing this, marking territory? They have different theories on that, territorial marking or whatnot, but yeah, that pine tree is literally arched, and then it comes back up and over. Now, I have not heard any whooping, no rocks have been thrown at me, and I have not heard anything whacking the tree with another stick. That's another trait that the Bigfoots do, is they do tree knocking, where they take a large branch and they knock a tree. Usually it's I don't know if it's a localization type thing where they're locating each other or a warning or whatnot. They generally throw rocks, but it's very quiet out here so far. Thank God for this shade. It's another massive oak tree just sitting there in the majestic sunlight. Oak trees are so freaking awesome. I feel like I'm in a gnome forest or some fantasy video game. Anyways, I hope I'm going the right way. Alright, check back here in a minute. Alright, well, I've got two choices here. I can go this way, or I can go that way. Now, Sarge, you'll be proud of me, because I found your culvert, and I'm going to take a wild guess, Sarge, if you're watching this video, and I hope you are. I'm going to go that way. I think that is the way you said to go. Not this way, but that way. So, with that being said, let's do this. Looks like I found another marker. So there's a fence post here, and then there's a path that goes down there. I'm gonna take that path. I think that looks good on the map. I'm not sure if this is the way Sarge said to go, but Sarge, if you're watching, that's the way I'm going. I'm not gonna go that way. Look at this cool pine. Look at that pine tree. I don't know, trees just fascinate me. Okay, and there's a ton of ivy growing on everything. But look how lush it is out here. Give you a 360 of where I'm at. So I just came from way down there. It's getting hotter. Gotta drink my water, stay hydrated, but I think we're making good progress. I've been on the trail for about an hour now. Would have been done quicker, I'm just filming, so obviously that takes more time. So there's my marker. I'm going that way. Just wanted to record this gigantic anthill, and there's always the kid in me. Holy crap, look at them all come out. It's massive. Anyway, so I gotta go down that trail a little bit more. I'm almost there. Just taking a quick break in the shade here. Then we'll get back on the trail here in just a second. It's map check time. You can see where I'm at on the map. I'm at Boswell's Creek Crossing, and let me tell you something, this is going to be fun because about 20 feet down, you can't tell, this camera does not give perspective. You can't see the peripheral. Then I got a pretty steep climb going up on the bank over there, so yeah, let's go ahead and begin this and just get this out of the way, because I know just on the other side, as Sarge told me, is the hidden lake. We're almost there, folks. So let's do it one more map check, see? Almost there. Whew. This episode has been redemption. I'm gonna find this hidden lake. Alright, let's do this. Got some frogs jumping in the creek. This is quite nice. You can see if there's a gullet rainfall here, it will whoosh, boom. But there's the trail that goes back up there, so let's go ahead. that was fun. That was tiring. Get some water. Oh, it's good water. It's ice cold too. So, the sunshine coming through the woods. Pretty impressive. Okay. I'm a little out of breath, folks, but just up that road is the hidden lake. My honor shall be restored to my family now that I found this hidden lake. I'm but a mere 100 yards from it. I can taste its sweet water. Well, not really. I'm not going to drink from it. It is a dirty. Just an oversized pond is more what it probably is, but I wouldn't know if I would classify it as a lake. I mean, what classifies a lake versus a pond? Size? Is it fish? I mean, what is it? If you know what classifies a pond from a lake, tell me in the description below. Let that be your quiz for the day. What's the difference between a lake and a pond? Yeah, that's it. I'm still resting, folks. I haven't moved yet from this spot, obviously. Getting myself. Oh yeah, some good water. Getting myself hydrated. I'm just kind of rambling now because I'm so hot. Probably pushing 90 degrees, but in the shade it's about 85. It really is nice out here. All of these pines and oaks and other deciduous trees are really keeping me shaded and cool. But so I've made the creek crossing, so you got kind of an idea of where I'm at. Let's do a quick map check, just so I can make sure. Let's show you guys what it looks like. All right, there we are. So I'm just gonna go up this service road and I should see the lake up this hill. All right, let's get to it. Holy crap, I think this is the hill that Sarge was talking about. I'm gonna summit that hill, just up above that crest as opposed to the hidden lake. See if Sarge's directions were good. Oh, I'm so tired. I can't wait for this to be done with. I think I've summited the top and I gotta look around for a minute, find out where this lake is at. Let's go up this pass here and take a look. So, I've been walking for about an hour and a half. And search of the hidden lake. Oh my God, I have found it. And let me tell you something, folks. It is glorious. Take a look. Here it is. I found it. I found it. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Isn't that glorious? Oh yeah. Oh, this deserves a beer. Oh, I wish I had a beer right now. All right, take a break and take a look at this place. Alright, so didn't mean to cut you short there, but I just hiked it all the way back to the car. It was hot. Put the camera away for a minute. Battery's getting low, so I wanted to save some juice for the ending here, but I have to say it was a success. I found the hidden lake, redeemed myself, hence the name Redemption. I want to send out a special thanks to Sarge. You know who you are. You're a subscriber of mine. Well, actually, I found you first. And you helped me find this place, so if I hadn't seen your video, I never would have tried it again. That's how I am. If I can't find it the first time, I'll just quit. But you gave me a little bit of hope there. You showed me how to find it where I was at. I was like literally close. In the last video, I was like literally 500 yards away from it. And Sarge pointed that out to me, and I was like, I knew if I had just gone a little bit further, I would have found it in that first video. Which again, I'll leave a link below if you want to kind of watch that little fail of a hike, but it was a good hike nonetheless. So anyways, I'm back in the car. It was about a 2-hour round trip. It's now, I left at 9 and I'm back here at the car at 11:30, and so it was a pretty nice little hike. So if you're in this area, this is the 4-notch loop. I will leave a link to the maps and stuff if you're interested. If you have any comments, leave them down below. If you have any questions about this area. In the beginning of the video, I showed you all the dispersed camping that you can do if you bring your car out here. It's the hunter's camp. I don't think hunting season's going on right now. That's more towards the fall, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But yeah, so you can camp out here if you can tolerate the heat. And I was supposed to do it last night, but I didn't. And you guys have already heard that story earlier. But anyways, thanks, Sarge. So that's going to be about it. So I'm going to head home, go kiss my wife because I'm extremely exhausted, tired. And till the next time we meet. And that's what you call a B-roll.